Hey everybody, it's me Becca. I'm back and believe it or not, I am in my PJs right now. I am trying to be comfortable um and I was watching my favorite YouTube guy and his name is Travi. Travi Based is the shit. And he did a video about like feelings and catching feelings for somebody. So I wanted to go ahead and do something similar because I don't know, I hear a lot of stuff from people. So, let's begin. All right, so we all say that we're not looking for anything. It's our way, I think, personally, of trying to protect the heart. I mean, the heart is valuable to us. Most of us have been through some sort of breakup. Now, whether that was love or not is a whole different story. But we've all gotten hurt to some degree. So the thing that, comes to mind when it comes to opening yourself up and saying, yeah, I'm looking for a relationship, which you hear seldom, okay? In all my experience of all my life of dating, going out, meeting new people, I seldom hear somebody say that they're actually looking for a relationship. And somehow these people end up being people that I have dated. Um, It's kind of confusing. Okay, so they assume that girls are always on the prowl, always looking for a relationship. Not necessarily true, okay? But shit happens. Like it happens for anyone, it happens to all of the best of us, and we end up catching feelings. And my biggest fear in life is that love word. Okay, I'll just say it love. Love. And it freaks me out. When I was younger and I was in high school and grade school and I had these boyfriends that were sweet and cute and we did things together, hung out together, nothing really, intimate. We would always say I love you back and forth. I guess it's because we grew up in an atmosphere where our parents were always saying it to each other and we thought it was the right thing to do, something that we were supposed to do. So we'd always be like, I love you before we hung up the phone. I love you when we see each other. And then that changes as you progress through life and you start dating and you get in real relationships and then you start to say love and then you get your first heartache and it just ends like that, okay? It's ugly. You somehow non-psychotically want to drive over the person and reverse and hit them again and then drive forward again, and it's just that's how you feel about them. The person that you were in love with, now you fucking hate that person, okay? And this happens to all of us. And there's people that say, oh, I'm still friends with all my exes. Bullshit, okay? You may be under the assumption for your own closure to make you feel good that you're still friends with all your exes, but how is that even humanly possible? I don't think it's possible to be friends with all of your exes. Maybe one or two, but I mean, even then, are you still hitting it on the side? Because I don't get it. Um, okay. So then we have the situation where you're friends with somebody and then you start to feel things for that person. That person no longer looks the way they normally do to you. Now your eyes start growing little heart shapes in the pupils and everything they do seems to be just so cute and so romantic and okay. So how do we know the difference between love and lust? That is a huge question, and I wish I had the answer to it, but the honest to God truth is I don't. I don't have an answer for it. All I can say is lust is something that quickly comes and goes, okay? You're into that person, you really like being around them. Every time you're around them, you feel something and it just feels hot and you just want to be one with that person and everything. And then you don't talk, okay? You go without talking to them. And then you move on with your life and you're still checking other people out and you're just still you, and then you see them again and then it comes back and you start to feel, that's lust in my definition. What is love? Love is when you can't stop getting that person out of your head. You know, you go down the street, and if you do look at other people, you tend to compare them to that one person, okay? And that person is just whatever. In a female's perspective, that guy is just tall, good looking, has a nice smile, beautiful eyes. You know, he's everything that every other guy out there isn't, okay? That's how we feel. For guys, I don't even want to know what you guys think as far as the perfect woman is. Unless it's romantic, then go ahead and let me know. But if it's something dirty, then, ugh, no. I hear it enough through my guy friends. And you guys know who you are. I don't know why my iPhone is acting up, but it is. It just Googled something strange that I said. Okay, so love. What do you do when you find out you're in love with somebody? Well, there's two issues. One is if they're your friends, you really need to think it through. In order to do that, you should pull in friends that are non-judgmental friends. You know, we have categories of friends. We have friends that we go out with drinking and all that because that person may not be the brightest, may not be the deepest person, but they're fun to party with. And then we have our friends that we would call if something crappy happens to us. Those are the ones you want to talk to about whether you should try to leave the friend zone with this person, okay? They're going to give you the better input. Um, and then you go from that point on after thinking about it and contemplating it, and you ease into telling this person how you really feel. You feel the waters. You don't dive in, okay? And ask them, how's your day? How's your day going? Your day's going great? What happened? Well, I did this and I did that. Okay, I just want to say I love you. I'm so head over heels in love with you. That is not something you want to do. Ease into it. Well, you know, I have noticed that I'm thinking about you a little bit more here and there. Now, if that person from that point on starts to change the topic or doesn't reply with the same type of answer, then back the fuck up, people. I mean, are you really wanting to get bashed like that? I mean, no, don't do it. I've seen people just proceed, ignoring all the stop signs. Don't do it. Wait until there's signs. Um, Men, you have it easier. Us women love to hear your confessions. We love to hear you tell us that you feel something for us, or that, you know, I mean, it's really touching. It really is when it comes from a guy. Girls, we have it harder. Guys are just always seeming like they're looking for one thing and one thing only. And now, men, I don't bash you on my blog purposely. I actually try to make an attempt to vocalize what you guys really mean. But you need to help me out with this one, because it is true that a lot of you give off the impression that you're terrified of a chick confessing her feelings. And yet, these are the same people that want us to be direct and want us to come out and, you know, be forthcoming with what we think and all this. So I'm confused right now. I have complete confusion when it comes to expressing your feelings. I'm going to tell you this. Let's create a bogus dude. Name him X, okay? If I were to tell X how I really felt right now, I would say that everything about you makes me smile, and I cannot go through my days without thinking about you and thinking about how you make me feel. And I just love everything about you. You know, the laughing, the seriousness, you know, all that good stuff. And I want it to continue. And the best way for it to continue is if you will think about taking the next step with me. Okay? Something like that. Just give it some thought. Don't go by a Hallmark greeting card. Don't Google ways to tell a girl. I mean, you can Google ideas, but let it come from you and from the heart, and hopefully you'll break out of that friend zone. Because I really want to see some people break out of the freaking friend zone. And I love you guys so much. And look up Trevi Bass. He is the shit. I love him. I get a lot of my inspiration from him. And I will talk to you soon. I think I just heard a woman scream in the background. So, mwah, bye.